after we die. Everyone wants to know, could we have been here before? Will we be here again?
7, 8, 9, 10.
Some people try to find answers by undergoing a special kind of hypnosis to look for memories of past lives.
Just let it unfold like a movie. Just tell me what you see or perceive.
I'm in France.
In Scotland. Like a gold rush thing happening.
All you need to do is call it up and imagine it.
Georgina Cannon is the director of the Ontario Hypnosis Center.
I guess I'm being sacrificed.
I'm male.
I would say I'm the queen.
I feel white.
We've asked dozens of Canadians, skeptics and believers, to give this method a try. Not as a scientific experiment, but as an exploration of a mysterious experience.
I'm in a box, and people are putting roses on me. Roses on me.
I'm Sarah Kapoor. I'll investigate what our volunteers describe. And if possible, I'll take them on a trip of a lifetime.
My name is Bill Milling. I'm 58 years old. I'm a realtor, meaning I sell real estate, commercial and residential in downtown Toronto, which I love to do. Bob? It's Bob. Hi, I'm Bill. How are you? Hi, Stephanie. I'm Bill. How are you? I have a son, Christopher, who's 29 years old. I was born in Boston. That's where this accent comes from. Because it doesn't pay you to rent that out as offices. It's stupid. You want to use it for residential.
Today's volunteer, Bill Milling. He doesn't know if he believes in past lives or not.
Okay, boys, we got to move the troops.
But he's curious and willing to try a past life regression.
I became involved in this project just as a lark, as an adventure. I don't know if I believe in past lives. I actually tend to be skeptical about it, but I thought it'd be a great adventure.
Bill had no problem letting Georgina get him into hypnosis.
So relaxing down now. 1, 2, 3.
I wonder though, is this easy for Bill because he doesn't take any of it seriously?
Good. That's right. 7, 8.
What if something serious comes up?
You just go deeper and deeper. Tell me what you perceive in a different place and a different time.
United States.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's maybe like 1907.
Okay. What's your name?
Oh, okay. Tom.
Tom, okay.
I want to say Tom. I don't know what that's. I want to say Tom.
Okay.
Tom. Maybe people call me Tom.
Okay.
Tom?
Tom.
Tom?
My last name was Jenkins. I don't know why I feel like what I do to earn a living isn't particularly nice, but that's what I'm feeling.
Okay.
Let me think. It has to do with booze.
Okay.
Maybe there's a prohibition. Maybe I'm a bootlegger. Maybe it's booze. I think it's booze.
Okay.
Yeah. Chicago. Booze.
Bill's memories about a life as Tom Jenkins are fairly specific. A quick search shows that the details make sense when you put them together. Sort of.
Maybe it's booze. I think it's booze.
Chicago in 1907 was a time of temperance, bootleggers, and booze. And he got that right. Interesting. This needs more research. But first, I think I need to meet Bill. I need to find out how much he already knew about Chicago history before going into this. You never know what little areas of interest people gather info on.
Hey, Bill.
Hi.
How have you been?
Okay, what are we here for?
Well, what I found after doing some preliminary research is that the person you described
Wait a minute, yeah?
could have existed in turn-of-the-century Chicago.
Okay, but... Okay. Could have existed?
Could have existed.
Okay.
And so what I'm doing is I'm going to Chicago this Sunday to try and find some material evidence. Well, this kind of leads me to the next thing. Do you know a lot about Chicago history?
Chicago history?
Yeah.
No. You know, probably the most I know about Chicago is what you see, you know, the kind of stuff in the movies where they show gangs and stuff like that. But I don't know anything about Chicago from a historical standpoint.
Like, what's at stake for you here? Why are you even letting me do this?
Because I think it's a hoot. It's a new experience in my life. But for me to go beyond, like, oh, yeah, sure, to like, oh my God, you got my attention here. I need to see something.
I like Chicago. Walking these streets, I think about what it must have been like in the past. Could the Bill I know really have been some guy named Tom Jenkins? Did he walk these same streets in 1907? And can I find any evidence of this? Past life hunting is a bit of a stretch, but that's why I like it. The most specific thing Bill said in his regression was where he used to live.
It's a house, nice, well, you know, not a mansion, but a nice house.
What's the name of the street?
Oh gosh, you always ask me these things. Let me see. A lot of work. Van Buren, something like that.
Okay.
Van Buren Street. It doesn't feel like a name that you just make up. Before coming, I asked Bill if he knew any street names here. He said no.
Maybe I'm a bootlegger. Maybe it's booze. I think it's booze.
Packaged liquor store?
Booze everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the way it used to be. That's why even...
I set up a meeting with Chicago historian Tim Samuelson. I need to know if Van Buren Street was the kind of place where Tom Jenkins might have hung out. Did this street connect with the scene Bill described?
We're at the corner of Clark Street and Van Buren, just south of downtown Chicago, actually the edge of the downtown area. And this is an area that actually was known at the turn of the century and even a little before as Little Cheyenne. This was kind of the levee. This was the red light district, an area where all the stores were saloons or gambling houses, houses of prostitution, you name it. It was like a shopping center of every kind of vice that you could imagine.
So this is the kind of place, if you were into bootlegging, you'd be in this district.
Right. This was kind of the place that always was on the edge of the law and the activities that went on here. And most genteel folks would never even venture.
But if you were running rum, it's a good chance that this would be your haunt.
The perfect place to be.
I don't know why I feel like what I do to earn a living isn't particularly nice, but that's what I'm feeling. Like watching a movie.
Exactly.
It does not feel like me. Kind of like cigar. Like cigar and hat and suit and shoes and a bar room. Jeez.
This guy, our subject, Bill, was describing this scene, Chicago, early 1900s, 1907, around that, being in this area of town as a bootlegger.
Well, certainly it's not that well known, and for someone in Toronto to know this kind of detail about the history of Chicago would be very unusual. In fact, even, I'd say, most people in Chicago aren't aware of it, and that probably even there's maybe a small core of historians that know the story of kind of this kind of seamy aspect of Chicago's South Loop history.
Do you think it's weird?
I certainly think so. It's hard to imagine just how such a thing, but certainly those are things that all add up. And